Yesterday, we posted about the $178 million worth of Tesla calls that came through. And then this morning, I posted on my Twitter, which all of you guys should be following me there, and in our Discord community, so over 12,000 members. I throw all my trades out there. Today, I talked about these unusual flows that came through. A couple of hours later, we were up 47.44%. We ended up the day, this whale closed with over a 506% return. This video is explaining to you the flow that came through. We're going to talk about if I think it's going to hit $270 to $280, but more importantly, we're going to show you guys how this guy or girl made 500% returns. Let's start first with Black Box Stocks and our flow software. This is what we use to watch all of the unusual flow come through. 90% of flow is worthless. Understanding how to read and assess flow correctly is the most important thing, and it's not an easy skill set that people just have, which is why I throw all the unusual flows for the day within our Discord community, as well as my Twitter account. Today, Tesla, right in the morning at 10:13, these unusual flows come through. So I'm actually going to use this chart over here. This is where we were trading at the time. So we had this big fade, we pushed up, and we were testing what is called the 15-minute open range breakout, or the 15-minute orb. If you're a day trader, and we are going to talk about the swing trades and the bigger levels, guys, but if you're someone who's invested in Tesla, just understanding these and how price moves and watching flows, this is so important. And nobody talks about this on YouTube, which is why I talk about it now. This light green area, basically between 255 and 251, this is called your open range breakout, or your 15 orb. And all it means is, what was the range within the first 15 minutes? What was the price high, which you can see here at 255, and then price low was down here at 251. And this was only within the first 15 minutes. And what tends to happen is, if we break and close over the 15-minute open range breakout, we will trend up for the rest of the day. If we break and hold below, which we didn't do here, we would trend down for the rest of the day. You can make some money usually just trading within the ranges, but we'll talk about that in a different video. At 10:13 right here, that we were pushing up into this resistance level. As well, the 15-minute open range was there, and then we see a ton of money come through. So we see this flow hit, we're pushing into resistance, and volume is coming in. The chances that we break through that ceiling are very high. This is a very, very good sign. For the rest of the day, we ran up. We saw this big dark pool block come in here. And if you guys want me to talk about dark pools and what they are, comment down below. I have no problem doing that in a future video. This person closed out up 500% today. I would not have held that all the way up. I definitely would have been closing around 257-ish. But if we go and we take a look first at Tesla, now on the 4-hour chart, you guys are going to see that we have been holding here for the past day or so, basically sitting between 262 and about 256. And we do have this small fair value gap here. This head and shoulders that we've been talking about for a bit, this is still in play. The fact that we pushed up and we held here does not mean that the head and shoulders is out of play. I still think we could see 270 and then move our way back down. That would still be a head and shoulders. It would be a little janky at this moment. I think we're going to continue to trap retail. I think we will reject it too. I do think we will see this move back down to 212 within the coming weeks still. I still believe that. I didn't open up a put position quite yet on Tesla. I'm going to wait to see if we hit 270. I just feel like we're in a very greedy short-term mode right here, like for the past week and a half. And so I think that we will continue to run just to trap the rest of retail in those positions as they drive the stock back down to fill 221. Now, I am a long-term investor in Tesla. I hope that doesn't happen. I currently have 400 shares of Tesla at an average about 202.54. And so in a perfect world, I'd love for Tesla just to rip all the way up into the $300 level. Looking at the weekly, as we spoke about yesterday, I do believe, and I still stand by the fact that we said, if we push and hold over 280, there's no way we don't see 350, 425. The level that we're watching to the downside is 240. If 240 is taken out and broken, our next level will be back down to 150. So we've been trading within this range now for the past couple of months. And once one of these pivots is broken, the move is going to be a face ripper. I mean, with how much we've been sitting here and consolidating between this level, once this squeeze finally releases and we see this symmetrical triangle break, the move will be huge. Either that big move all the way up, like we said, 60% potentially up to 400, or that potential 48% move back down to 133. But we're talking about the next 6 to 12 months, nothing anytime soon. Now, the S&P 500 had a wild day, bounced right off of this support, but I'm not going to lie. I had puts today. You may see SPY reject here and fill these two fair value gaps back down to 423. The market ripped today. As far as the unusual options activity and the unusual flow on the options market, which is what I am mainly looking for, simply because there's just so much crap happening. If you're not looking at the options market, it's easier to stay on top of the unusual buys. But look at how low the confirmed flow was today. Meta, number one at 12.9 million. Apple, 6.72 million. AMD, 5. These are low. Tesla is nowhere to be found. If you guys want to understand confirmed flow and unconfirmed flow, go to my Twitter and listen to this voice message. I explained in detail what both of those mean and why they're so important. Even in the unconfirmed flow, which is what we don't care about, there's normally way more unconfirmed than there is confirmed. Tesla still is number 2 with only 30 million. And 30 million unconfirmed, it's not that crazy. So while we did push up heavy here, options buyers were not buying into this move. We'll have to see the validity of this resistance for Tesla and the validity of this resistance for SPY. $430 is a massive, massive resistance level. Inverted head and shoulders. Neckline sitting at 430, shoulder, head, shoulder, followed by a potential pullback and a shoulder down to 423.05. We have 2 of these fair value gaps to fill. We could still see SPY pullback and then test this support level, and then maybe move its way back up to 430 and fill these 2 gaps up here at 438 and 442.50. If you guys don't use any of these, go to our Discord community and check them out. They're completely free. We have a Tesla trading bot as well as all of these tickers. And a lot of things are currently in positions. We have Meta in a position, we have Mara in a position, Google in a position, AMD in a position, SPY in a position. A lot of things are in a position because we're starting to move up in this bullish nature. Now, Sofi is one of those that I ended up closing. I shared this on our Discord community and on my Twitter. I closed this out for an $1,800 profit today, and I put this out there for all of you guys to see. Yesterday at 222, here's the entry, 343% returns on this trading bot in the past 34 months, while SoFi is down 31%, and we ended up closing this out. You can see as well that it actually closed out for 3.22% and has re-entered another trade, looking for that move back up to $8.29. I personally believe we will probably see a pullback next week, but who knows? I'm not banking my life on it. I have a lot of bullish positions open right now for the next couple of months, and I will continue to hold on to those until major support levels break. I hope this video helped, guys. Thanks for all the support. Check out our Discord community. There's tons of free courses, free live streams, free seminars, free webinars, and much, much more. Thank you for all the support. I'll see you next time.